For decades, the RV industry seemed untouchable. A small circle of manufacturers dominated the market, selling increasingly expensive motorhomes while changing surprisingly little beneath the surface. Then, almost out of nowhere, a company from China introduced a vehicle that sent shockwaves through the entire sector. It wasn't just the price tag that caught attention, and it wasn't a single breakthrough feature either. What made people stop and stare was the realization that an industry operating the same way for nearly 50 years had suddenly been challenged from a completely different direction. As clips of this motorhome spread across social media, industry insiders reportedly found themselves asking an uncomfortable question: how had a newcomer managed to leap so far ahead so quickly? What makes the story even more surprising is where China started. Only a few years earlier, the country's motorhome market was barely on the map, with roughly 200,000 units nationwide, and little recognition as a serious segment. Most products were seen as basic and unremarkable. But behind the scenes, engineers were studying the weaknesses that RV owners had complained about for generations. High prices, rapid depreciation, poor insulation, recurring leaks, and aging technology had become accepted as normal. Instead of following the traditional playbook, Chinese manufacturers saw an opportunity to start fresh. They could tap into advanced battery systems developed during the electric vehicle boom, apply highly efficient manufacturing methods, and ignore decades of industry habits that many Western companies still treated as untouchable. That strategy became impossible to ignore when the Wanaka T5DM Pro Max arrived. Equipped with a 55 kilowatt-hour battery pack, a hybrid electric-diesel system derived from BYD technology, integrated solar power, intelligent climate management, and an interior that felt closer to a luxury yacht than a conventional RV, it looked like something from the next generation of travel. Many enthusiasts assumed there had to be a hidden compromise. Yet reviewers who examined the vehicle firsthand reported build quality comparable to and sometimes better than premium Western models. Then came another surprise. Vehicles such as the Great Wall, Lives on Power, RV delivered off-road capability, expandable living space, a full bathroom, and advanced technology at a fraction of the price buyers were used to seeing. The deeper people looked, the more they realized the real story wasn't about cheaper motorhomes. It was about a different manufacturing philosophy. While many American brands still assembled RVs by combining third-party chassis with traditional components, Chinese companies were drawing directly from one of the world's largest automotive ecosystems. Firms like BYD weren't learning how to build vehicles from scratch. They were applying decades of automotive engineering expertise to a category that many competitors had barely modernized. The deeper enthusiasts looked into China's RV industry, the harder it became to dismiss. Take the Dongfeng 600. At first glance, it looked like another rugged adventure vehicle, but the engineering told a different story. Beneath the body sat a true truck-based platform, powered by a 300 horsepower diesel engine, paired with permanent four-wheel drive, heavy-duty recovery equipment, and suspension designed for serious expeditions. This wasn't a commercial van dressed up for outdoor travel. It had been engineered with that purpose from day one. For many overlanding fans in the West, the comparison was impossible to ignore. Vehicles that required years of modifications and hundreds of thousands of dollars to build suddenly had a ready-made competitor arriving at a significantly lower price. Then, another surprise surfaced. A Chinese RV brand called Detol began attracting attention online after videos of its beluga whale family motorhomes spread across the internet. Viewers were stunned by what appeared to be a long list of premium features packed into a relatively compact Class C design. Automatic leveling technology, AI-assisted pedestrian detection cameras, smart home connectivity, a king-size sleeping area, a full shower, and a functional kitchen all seemed to coexist in a layout many thought would be impossible. But none of that became the headline. The claim that truly ignited debate was far more shocking. Reports suggested some entry-level Chinese motorhomes could be purchased for as little as $12,000, a figure that many observers immediately dismissed as impossible. As investigators dug deeper, they discovered the reality was more nuanced. Those ultra-low-cost models did exist, but they were intentionally simple, stripped of luxury features, and designed for buyers seeking affordable entry into RV travel, and that revealed something much bigger than a pricing story. For decades, many Western manufacturers treated motorhomes as premium lifestyle products aimed primarily at retirees with substantial disposable income. Chinese companies approached the market from a completely different angle. They viewed RVs as practical vehicles that ordinary families could realistically own and use for weekend escapes. That shift in thinking helped fuel remarkable growth, with China's RV fleet expanding from roughly 200,000 units to more than 240,000 in only 2 years, an annual growth surpassing 25%. The industry wasn't being driven by wealthy hobbyists alone. A new generation of younger travelers was entering the market, and manufacturers had built products specifically for them. Then, the story took an even more dramatic turn. By 2025, many Chinese manufacturers were no longer treating electric and hybrid technology as experimental upgrades. They were building entire motorhome strategies around it. New models arriving on the market increasingly featured large battery systems, integrated solar power, and energy management designed for extended off-grid travel. The goal wasn't simply to look innovative. It was to create vehicles that could operate independently for long periods without sacrificing comfort. While much of the traditional RV world was still debating the transition, China had already started moving full speed ahead. That shift became impossible to ignore when Maxis, backed by SAIC, revealed plans to expand aggressively into Europe. Instead of targeting only wealthy buyers with premium products, the company focused on affordable electric camper vans, priced around $40,000 to $50,000. Suddenly, vehicles positioned against camper vans, costing nearly twice as much, were entering the conversation. Dealers across Europe, who had spent years overlooking Chinese brands, found themselves racing to secure partnerships before competitors did. But the real disruption went beyond pricing. These motorhomes arrived loaded with technology that many buyers rarely associated with RVs at all. Voice-controlled functions, smartphone-based management of lighting and climate systems, intelligent battery software, capable of stretching off-grid performance, and even facial recognition access were becoming part of the package. One reviewer walked away from a test drive with a striking conclusion. This wasn't an RV enhanced by modern technology. It felt more like a smart vehicle that happened to include living quarters. The contrast became even sharper once adventure-focused models entered the spotlight. Chinese off-road RVs equipped with genuine four-wheel drive systems, raised suspension setups, and terrain-ready tires began appearing in travel content from remote locations. Viewers watched vehicles tackle challenging routes that traditional luxury motorhomes often avoided entirely. One widely shared comparison captured the mood perfectly. An expensive American motorhome struggling on a relatively mild dirt track, while a far less expensive Chinese off-road RV continued confidently toward higher ground. But perhaps the biggest advantage was hidden, where most consumers never looked. China's manufacturing ecosystem allowed companies to control huge portions of the production process themselves. When firms like BYD developed hybrid motorhomes, many of the critical technologies, from electric drivetrains to battery systems and power management hardware, were already produced in-house. That level of vertical integration reduced dependence on outside suppliers, lowered costs, and gave manufacturers a speed of innovation that many competitors found difficult to match. The deeper analysts dug into the numbers, the more uncomfortable the comparison became. Many American RV manufacturers relied on a complex web of suppliers, distributors, and dealers, with every step adding another layer of cost before a vehicle ever reached a customer. Chinese companies, by contrast, were increasingly operating inside tightly integrated ecosystems. One breakdown of the Lives on Power RV suggested production costs in the range of $35,000 to $40,000, leading to a retail price around $55,000 after standard margins were applied. In comparison, a similarly equipped American motorhome could cost nearly twice as much to build and end up selling for well over $140,000 once dealership markups. branding premiums, and supply chain expenses were added. To many consumers, the question was becoming difficult to ignore: how much of the final price reflected the vehicle itself, and how much reflected the system surrounding it. But the most fascinating part of the story may not be happening on export docks at all. For now, China's motorhome industry appears focused on something potentially even larger: its own domestic market. More than 1.4 billion people represent an enormous pool of future travelers, and RV culture is still in its early stages of growth. Industry forecasts suggest that by 2026, China's total RV fleet could surpass 300,000 units, with annual sales exceeding 50,000 vehicles. Suddenly, what once looked like a niche segment is beginning to resemble a major automotive category. And unlike mature Western markets, this expansion is happening alongside rapidly evolving technology. Different consumer expectations, and a generation of buyers entering the market for the first time. That raises a question many industry observers are already asking. What happens when Chinese manufacturers decide to compete internationally at full scale? The first signals are already appearing. Brands are moving into Europe. Lesser-known manufacturers are showing up at major global RV exhibitions, and distribution partnerships are quietly taking shape behind the scenes. Established Western companies publicly emphasize craftsmanship heritage and quality while also voicing concerns about competition. Yet at the same time, many executives are making trips to Chinese production facilities to see the capabilities for themselves. The reason is simple: the technology gap is becoming harder to dismiss. Even premium models, such as the Wanaka BYD T5DM Pro Max, which can exceed 400,000 in higher-end configurations, force buyers to rethink traditional value comparisons. At first glance, the price seems extraordinary. Then, people start looking at the engineering, energy systems, smart technology, and level of integration packed into the vehicle, and the conversation suddenly becomes much more complicated. What makes these vehicles so disruptive isn't simply their price. It's the combination of technologies that until recently seemed reserved for entirely different industries. Advanced hybrid drivetrains developed with automotive-level engineering, premium interior materials, intelligent energy management, connected smart home systems, and off-grid capabilities that many travelers once thought impossible are now appearing together in a single package. For high-end buyers in China, the appeal goes beyond status. They're paying for genuine innovation and functionality rather than a badge on the front. And that distinction may be more important than most people realize. Yet the true shockwave isn't being created by the flagship models. It's coming from the vehicles sitting in the middle of the market. A hybrid off-road motorhome priced around $55,000. A family-focused RV near $80,000, offering equipment and convenience features that could cost dramatically more elsewhere. Electric motorhomes, capable of traveling hundreds of miles, while integrating solar charging, are becoming increasingly common topics in China, even as many traditional manufacturers in other markets continue debating how practical such vehicles can be. That's why this story feels larger than a simple competition between brands. It suggests a different approach to what a motorhome can be, how it's built, and who can afford to own one. And that may be the part the global RV industry cannot ignore. What we're witnessing looks less like a gradual evolution and more like the early stages of a major shift. Chinese manufacturers didn't merely enter an established market, they challenged assumptions that had gone largely unquestioned for decades. As these companies continue expanding beyond their home market, consumers across Asia, Europe, and potentially North America will have more choices than ever before. Whether established manufacturers respond with faster innovation or continue relying on traditional business models remains an open question. But one thing is becoming increasingly clear. The next chapter of adventure travel is being shaped by new players, new technologies, and a vision of mobility that could make exploring the world far more accessible than many imagined just a few years ago.